Alright, that's more like it. Hello everybody, yes, it's your good friend Pozzible here, and I'm celebrating one of those forgotten classics again. One of those old movies, good movies, but people have forgotten over time. And it's a real shame, because some of these movies are really good, they're really worthy. And with this particular movie, there's one thing I want to introduce about it, and that is the fact that it should be rebooted. Okay? I know reboots aren't very popular with people saying stuff like that. And yet the movie comes out, a whole bunch of people go see it, and sometimes the reboot makes more money than the original one did. Now that might be also because movies are more expensive than when they were first came out, but it could also be just because they're familiar. People want something safe, and you can't get any safer than The Last Starfighter. Uh, Made in 1984, just an excellent movie, very well done, a little complex. The plot was a little cheesy, a little, out there, but still very, very fun to watch. Basically, it's one of those movies where we get the idea that all those times we played video games really were worthwhile. Now, you have to remember something, okay? I hate to say it like this, but 20 years, oh my gosh, 30 years ago, I'm shocked by the time. 30 years ago was a different world, okay? The video game market was in malls, in stores. We had video arcades, and that's where everyone went to play their games. This was before the consoles really took off. We had consoles. We had things like, Nintendo wasn't really introduced around this time. I think it was a year or two or before that. I don't remember 100%, but I know this was around the time of the Nintendo NES. This was around the fall of Atari. So just to give you a minor history lesson, very poor history lesson, but this is how it was done. And the idea is that this Starfighter video game, when people play it, if you get the high score, that means you're going to be recruited into the Starfighter. So you have Alex, who's your happy-go-lucky average teenager. He just wants to get out of the rut that he's in. He's at this trailer park, and everyone at this trailer park is kind of like an extended family. The one thing I can never understand about the trailer park is why his mom, who ran the trailer park, also had to work at the diner pulling double shifts and stuff like that. Maybe it's because she had two kids to raise. Also, it's probably because the trailer park didn't do that much business and stuff. But you get the idea. So anyway, let's just say it's a poorly run trailer park. She has to work at a diner, and he is her maintenance man. He helps everybody out, but he's tired of this rut. He wants to go and explore the world. Little does he know that he's going to be exploring the universe. And you can see that even though they made him a starfighter, not much really changed. And that's what I liked about it. The guy pretty much stayed the same until like the very end, when he, the starfighter emerged from within him. Really well done movie, and you gotta remember something. It was 1984, so this was like the dawn of CGI. I mean, I don't even think we even called it CGI back then. Not almost a decade later, we called it CGI. But this was definitely the dawn of it. So the special effects are kind of poor, and it never got the sequel. Last Starfighter was designed to have a sequel, and they even made it out to have a sequel, but it never took off enough. It did take off, don't get me wrong. This was not a flop. It made back its money and a little bit extra, but not enough to really justify a sequel, which was a shame. Okay, that's why I'm calling for a reboot of The Last Starfighter. Excellent movie, really well done, and deserves another chance. This franchise deserves a second chance, because it was fun for everyone, not just for kids, but for adults as well. And it was really exciting, really funny. They had some good parts, like the whole idea of replacing Alex with a beta robot. It was good. So that's why I'm calling for a reboot of The Last Starfighter, and I hope it's going to be just as good as the first. Lance Guest and Louis Gossett Jr. and Robert Preston and everyone did a great job in this movie, and I would love to see it again. Well, guys, that's it for me today. We hope to see you at the theaters.